Do you see here? Hi guys and gals. Yes, out geocaching. But I thought I'd bring you along a little bit just to show you the view. We're in the mountains, well the hills actually, outside, well not very far from Bern. There's still the spring colors over there. The autumn colors over there. And I'm up in a logging part of the woods. At least they've cleaned out, I shouldn't say logging, but they've been cleaning out the woods here, as you can see. Cache was somewhere in that direction. Geocachers will probably guess where it is. At least that one was pretty easy. Some of these have been in pretty steep terrain, and it's kind of muddy, so one has to be careful. I always have a walking stick just to help me along. Now, for those who like to look into the trees, you might have something over there that could be interesting. What I mean by that is that a lot of people that have been following my videos lately have been checking the foliage in the trees, and just the idea of seeing if they would see anything in there. So I'm just panning for them. Okay. So what about the week that just passed by? Well, quite a bit went on. I mean, there was we had the kickoff of what we call our health and nutrition cluster. It was pretty good. A lot of people came up and good discussions on how to, move forward, things like that. And well, that's about all I can talk about right now. Next week though, I'm off a couple times, and once I should be off towards Davos, so that should be at least a good video there. Davos is in the mountains, up in the Alps, in the Grison, so Graubünden Alps, for those of you who might understand the German. That's that part of the country, so it's in the eastern part of Switzerland. Yeah, so we did a little bit of work around home. Mrs. DC is getting some stuff ready for her work. She's working on some crafts and so on. So while she was doing that, I ran off. This place is about, in miles, about 25 miles from where we live, and there's a few caches in these woods. So my car, if you can see, I'll try and point off. It's somewhere, and we can't actually see the car, but it's around there. So it's actually not that far as the fly crows, as the crow flies. But for walking, I got to make a detour because there's a little brook down here. It's kind of nice. I mean, that's one of the things, if you do have the chance, I'm not even saying if you have the chance to do any geocaching, but if you do have the chance to get out and walk in the fall colors, it's fantastic. Even though we don't have the fantastic reds that you have in North America, they're still really good, and walking in the woods really helps, to rebalance yourself. We had a course actually at work this week. Every now and then they've got to do these security courses, but it was about lifting things. It was mostly actually towards people that were in the plant, but the office people like myself, who use their posterior most of the time when they're in the office, we were talking about, how, well, basically there was, ways of sitting down and so on, and I realize it myself. I mean, ever since I've got this job, when I'm not away on trips, I sit most of the day, and I try and stand up as much as I can. Sometimes I read while standing up at the desk because it just kind of gets to my back after a while, and I think it's actually good. They even say that if you're working at a desk all the time, you should twitch. Kind of move. It kind of keeps the muscles moving somehow. Well, I guess I do twitch a lot, and after lunch I tend to fall asleep. But that's not a good thing to do, especially my office. We're in an open space office where I am, and we've got this big kind of window or glass pane, and I'm right near it. So if people come up to see the CEO, they pass right beside that pane where I am, and yeah, that would be a pain if I was nodding off. So it is not always easy. You've probably had what they call the postprandial dip, you know, right after a meal. Yeah. So I am going a bit all over right now. I wonder if I'll do a whiskey vlog over the weekend. Maybe. We'll see. All depends how things go. But now it's 25 past 3 Swiss time, and I got probably another at best 2 hours before it starts getting not quite dark, but not so fun, at least not if you're in the woods. So I'm gonna move on and try and maybe do one, maybe if I'm lucky 2 more caches before leaving, but I'll have to be off. So that's it for now. A little outdoors sightseeing vlog, and we'll see how it goes for the rest of the weekend. Maybe I might even be brave enough and do another vlog today. Who knows? DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.